Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome back to the Queen's Club for the second day of second round matches of this year's British Open. My name is Ben Gasenbeek. I'll talk through the player introductions. We'll be joined shortly by Vaughan Hamilton. He's just downstairs getting his extra jacket. It's quite chilly here in London. And later on, we'll be joined by Ben Yorston, who has gotten stuck in the snow apparently. Such is the chill. Let's have a look at the players that we've got in front of us for this match. Starting with Zach Eadle, currently an unattached professional, age 29, just inside the IRCPA World Rankings, number 24. His most recent pro job was at Jesmond Dean Real Tennis Club, which his father is currently working as the head professional. Zach's best result, that Australian Open quarter-final. He's looking to win here to make his second ever Open quarter-final. Won the first match of the week against Will Flynn in 5 sets. That was over on the West Court. So this is his first match on the East Court. He won in 5 sets, 6-5 in the 5th set. Saved 2 match points and won the match with an ace that just, on a Denny PK ace that just feathered the penthouse on the way down. Last year also made the round of 16, lost to Mathieu Salong in that case. He also beat Will Flynn in the first round of that tournament. Today he will be playing Steve Virgona from the Racket Club of Chicago. Currently 46 years old, he's been around the circuit since the late 1990s. And still looking as strong as ever. Competed or challenged for the World Championship on 2 occasions, in 2010 and 2012, and has not quite won a career Grand Slam, just missing that French Open title. So he did have 7 attempts at it. Played in the French Open this year as well, lost in the semi-final to Nick Howell. So joined up here by Vaughan Hamilton. How are you doing, Vaughan?
Yes, all good, Ben. Yeah, good afternoon, everybody. Looking forward to another match.
These two on the head-to-head have never played against each other before, which isn't unsurprising, as they do have a bit of a handicap difference between them, so they're not expected to meet in the later stages of draws. Looks like we're just about to get underway. Marker today will be Ben Ronaldson from the Queen's Club.
Coming here, super quiet. Not sure I can. Oh, not sure I can hear you through the headphones.
Right, this is the round of 16 of the British Open 2024. Foundation. This is the best of 5 6-game sets. Serve, we have number 5 seed Steve Virgona. See, we have Eadle. First set, level. Better than the second gallery. And the last gallery, 2 chases.
2 quick chases from Zach here. Get that service end as soon as possible.
No strokes, hazard chase, better than the second gallery.
Slightly overhit the serve there, gets punished straight away.
50 love, chase the last gallery.
Okay, I think we're through some of those technical difficulties. How are you doing, Vaughan?
I'm all good, yeah. Need out of it.
So, Vaughan, how much of Zach's match do you see against Will the other day?
I only caught the right at the end of that match. I was playing straight after them, but yeah, I think that was a bit of an epic of the day, wasn't it?
Well, it was quite. How did you think Zach was playing in that? And what will he bring out to this match from it?
Well, from the bits I saw, he was forcing a lot from the receiver's end, forcing the errors there from Will. So I presume he's probably going to go out with a similar strategy today against Steve. Not going to beat him on the floor, unlikely. So I think he's going to have to find those winning openings to trouble Steve at all.
Changing ends here, chase better than a yard. What can Zach conjure up? You'd think Steve, having played here for 20 years, would know whether the beams are in or out.
Quick clarification. Great shot.
2 advantage.
Brought some pressure onto Steve there and then gets a good chase.
Yeah, chase better than 2. Zach's not looked too terrible in the first couple of exchanges of this match so far.
No, impressed so far.
It's really, I think when you're playing against a stronger player like Zach is at the moment, you've really got to go out hard at the start.
Yeah, you're going out with no worries really. Nothing to lose, just go for your shots and see what might happen.
So better than 2 here.
Great shot from Steve, sent it in the wrong way.
Also had the weight to beat the better than 2.
Yeah. I think we'll see a lot of that from Steve today, turning on those serves whenever possible, get it on his forehand.
Well, the top players, when they play against Steve, will serve almost exclusively railroads to try and stop him turning. But
yeah, exactly. It's tricky on this court, though.
Exactly.
It's not been the most common serve used so far, and that's for good reason. Doesn't seem to kick back as most courts do. So you see a lot more players opting for bobbles or demi-piqués wider in the court.
Zach can't afford to be making errors like that.
No.
Otherwise the game's going to run away from him very quickly.
It's obviously Steve's first time, or first match at least. Do you think that has any factor into how these games go over yesterday and today at all?
I mean, I think Steve will back himself in a match like this. He's always really well prepared for the tournaments. Books a lot of practice courts. Hits a lot of gets a lot of the other pros just to feed him balls. So he's been out here with Bertie a bunch.
Yeah.
So I don't think he'll be too concerned that Zach's already had a couple of qualifiers as well as a 5-setter.
And that's game. 2 games.
Yeah, he's definitely one of the best prepared players. Great finish from Zach.
Yeah, that's what Zach needs to do more of. He needs to find those targets. He's been hitting hard shots, but he's not really found them. That's the first one he's actually managed to hit. Does that count as a grill?
That's for you to decide, isn't it, then?
He's hit it so hard it's bounced on the floor and up into the grill. Steve is just so good at punishing anything loose. That kill shot of his must be one of the best in the game.
Rob Shankman on the mics as well.
I heard you and Mr. Gates and me talking, and I thought that's a guy who needs some help. Damsel in distress.
You're still snowed in.
What a shame. That's a good shot. I must say, Vaughan, congratulations on your win in the first round.
Thank you very much. Yeah, likewise for you. Into the quarters.
I mean, this match just looks like it's gone sort of quick as a flash, looking like 4-love Steve already.
Yeah, it was fairly close first game, but these last couple have gone quite quickly Steve's way.
I spoke to Zach briefly in the change room, and I think this is the first time he's played Steve. Probably the first time he's played a left-hander in a long time as well. What kind of things would you be looking at when playing a left-hander?
Yeah, we were just discussing Steve's return of serve and how a lot of players would often try and keep it on his backhand, but
Easier said than done,
easier
right?
said than done on this court as well, with railroads not being so popular to choose from the players.
Yeah, it doesn't really come back, does it? So it's hard to stop Steve turning.
Chase, 5 and 6. Okay, 4 games to love.
Yeah, it's a great ball.
15 love.
Good to see both players using timbre string as well. Bit of colour.
2 strings gone already.
Jeez, it's so tough from there.
Yard, 15 love.
Tough to defend the main wall and cover the fat post.
There's the third.
Steve done 3 strings.
No, 1 each now. 2 for Steve, 1 for Zach.
Jeez. I mean, Steve is a very, very prolific user of the stringing room. If you look at those beefy forearms of his, does string a good racket. But yeah, he's down to his last one then. That's
Yeah,
I
worrying.
mean, Vaughan, he might be calling you to string one up. Yeah, he generally
Worst
is.
case, he's already in the stringing room.
Oh my god, oh, I thought that one didn't have strings in, but it was just the red blending in with the floor. I was like, it's just. So he's down to his last racket.
15 all, 1 chase.
I mean, there are 3 vices in the pro shop, so.
Tough to prepare for that one.
Yeah, that's a good ball from Zach. I mean, as a player, that's going to rattle you, breaking 2 strings inside 4 games.
Yeah, certainly gets in your head, doesn't it, a little bit, knowing you're on your last one.
Yeah, I've personally never been in that situation where I've broken more than 1 string in a match, but I mean, yeah, so Ben Ronson obviously rushing off to get someone to put some strings in that. I mean, the tricky thing as well is, do you use Steve's red timbre string or do you use some of the normal Ashaway stuff?
Yeah, he's not going to be out there to instruct, is he?
Beggars can't be choosers in this case, can
He
they?
needs a racket.
I mean,
Spare racket at least.
yeah, wow, extraordinary. That was, yeah, 2 strings gone inside 4 games, and the things you just would not bet against another one going.
No, well, at the current rate.
Just don't cut it as much.
30-15.
Don't force.
Chase better than a yard.
That's a good serve, catching the lip.
30 all, chase half a yard.
Easy game as well, setting those short chases.
Oh, that's tight.
Yeah, that's a good ball. So hard to read on that left hand, and that's the game again for Steve. 5 games to love.
Game. 5 games to love.
5 love lead already.
Chase worse
Don't
than
mind that
second
from Zach though,
gallery.
taking the initiative.
Yeah, get down here.
No. Up.
Oh, such a good length.
shot.
Such a good length.
15 love.
Yeah, I don't mind that again from Zach. I think if he's going to get any kind of joy here, he's got to be picking on Steve's backhand, so heavy cut, forcing towards his backhand side.
Yeah. I think he's been a bit not waiting for his opportunities at the moment.
Better than 2. Worse than second gallery. And better than 2.
Yeah,
15
good.
love.
I mean, a little bit of momentum in this game. Let's see if he can get on the board in this set. Take that confidence into the second.
Yeah, exactly, yeah.
Vaughan, how was your journey here? Obviously, it's snowing in London today. Did you have any issues getting here from Essex?
No issues for me, yeah.
From Messing or wherever you live?
Messing, yeah. Sunny Messing. Just the train over for us.
Easy.
Pretty
Liverpool
easy.
Street.
Exactly. What about yourself?
Well, I've been staying at my sister's flat, which she shares with Georgie Willis, probably about a 3-minute walk away, so it wasn't too tough to get here today.
Worst commutes.
Serve.
That was well played. Great serve and a great shot.
Chase better than 2. Won the chase.
That's just so good.
30 all.
Slightly tentative push from Zach there. Wasn't sure whether to leave it. Oh, Steve's missed. Oh, it's just relentless pressure from Steve. I think,
Better than half a yard.
again, Zach in that tough position where he knows if he misses his target, he's in big trouble.
Yeah, it's got to be tight, or Steve seems to be just putting everything away.
Get in. As easy as you like.
40-30 chase.
Been a lot of posting so far from Steve.
I quite like his length though. He's sort of cutting inside it, playing it with sides, so once it hits that floor side wall, it's checking back into Zach's backhand again. He's not
Yeah.
really sure on the angle. I think he's going to read that better as the match goes on, but certainly he's struggling to find a width on that backhand. So
Yeah.
and as well, I think it's that surprise factor. So Zach's obviously covering the main wall, which obviously incredibly successful shot for Steve. And then when he gets that boast, he's almost there too eagerly. So hopefully he starts to read that a bit better as the match goes
Better
on.
than half a yard.
But yeah, by no means easy. That's game of the first set.
Off chase and game the first set.
Brief.
6 games to love. Second set.
But I'm sure Zach will come out firing here. Oh, I thought we saw going to see some real tennis flair then. Steve deciding against. That's a lovely ball.
15 love.
Oh no, just catching Steve out there, but really impressed by how he's not over hitting the ball. I think when it's retrieved, it's below the roof, not giving Zach a chance.
Yeah, there's no easy shot, is there?
No, and that's again just that tough railroad catching the lip on the penthouse. Yeah, really nice from Zach. Patient play, and I think that's just what it's got to be.
Yeah, I think that's where he's been his best so far.
Yeah, just attacking that Steve's backhand corner, so hopefully again can take that forward into this set. Vaughan, just a quick word on your boss, Mr. Gale. How's he feeling? How's his legs? Has he been in work this week?
He's at work, yeah. I think he's just disappointed. Yeah, upset about it all.
I think maybe the one silver lining from the early results is that with Tim losing against John Woods Casey, Levi might keep his world ranking. So
that's true. Yeah, I think he would have been looking at this match quite eagerly, Levi, if he managed to get here.
40-15 chase, 1 and 2. Lost the chase.
It's got too much on it.
30-40.
Tough from Zach. Tough. Yeah. He's just tried to put Steve down to his backhand again, missed his length, and Steve razor sharp on that length.
Patience a bit more important there, you think?
Yeah, definitely. I think he's just got to persevere. Even though he's hitting Steve's forehand round the timbre, I think just hit another good shot. He's made Steve boast.
Exactly.
Wouldn't say it was the strongest return, and like back yourself again to go twice, 3 times, and he could have made it juice. But as it happens, he's got incredibly short chase to beat, and Steve's got the serve back.
Yeah, exactly.
Chase, 1 and 2.
Another good serve, and another game. Steve's won 4-30 actually, so Zach is getting on the board in these games. All right, Mr. Yorston's here. He can have the headphones.
15 up. all.
Well, we're now joined by Ben Yorston, who's managed to dig his car out of the snow.
Morning, Vaughan. Yeah, the little white up was looking even more white this morning when I woke up. A little bit of a surprise. This is going pretty quickly at the moment, isn't it?
Yeah, quite convincing from Steve so far. Zach struggling to, well, to put one in the target there, but struggling to get too much luck off Steve. That's just stayed in.
Good finish.
Got there in the end. Retrieval from both players there.
I think that's the kind of serve that Zach's going to be hoping he gets a few more of, just a little bit more.
Yeah,
A bit
slightly
more height.
overhit railroad.
And as you were saying, not a lot of railroads cutting back aggressively here.
No. Oh, it somehow found its way in the dead on.
Yeah, that's one way to get a target.
And game.
And that brings up Zach's first
One
game.
game all.
1 game all in the second set.
I had you and Robert on the audio for the last drive, and heard you discussing the serving, and I was half thinking that Zach might want to be doing what Steve's doing here, because with the difficulty of a railroad at Queen's, getting it to cut back.
As in the drag serve, you
Well,
mean?
exactly, yeah, because you looked at a couple of Steve's hit there, he's kept those very tight to the sidewall.
Yeah.
You're asking a lot of a left-hander to manage to turn on that.
Yeah, you are. You're right. Yeah. It's tough serve to keep accurate. If you get it wrong, it can be
It is. I
Could be-
don't think it's.
yeah.
I don't think it's one that Zach
not streaming.
generally hits because of his kind of style of play. But I think against the lefty it can be quite effective if you get the length right.
Yeah,
exactly.
Just off the edge of the timber for Steve to bring up the next game. Zach's getting himself in these games, getting to 30 and juice quite consistently, but Steve just seems to find the edge in most of these games.
Beg your pardon. First serve, please, man.
Slight racket drop from the marker there.
Just keen to play himself. Sharp.
15-11.
Yeah, it could be quite demoralising, can't it, when you feel like you're in the games, but not really getting many games on the board.
Better than the second gallery.
Zach just stretching his right leg there at the moment and looking a little uncomfortable. Keep an eye on that, but he might have just strained that a little bit. If he does that a lot, he won't need to run too much.
15-all.
Nearly penthouse dead on. You're never getting that one at Radley. Sharp.
And better than the first gallery. 2 chases.
You leaving that one?
Better than first, it's quite high up. Already got 1 chase, 1 long chase. I think Steve will be backing himself
You
to win
reckon
that still.
he's popping that in a gallery quite easily?
Gallery or hit it.
drive.
Yeah, or
Yeah.
drive. I don't think he'll be too concerned about that. He's going to lose the service end anyway.
So I hear it's racket number 3 at the moment for him.
This is racket 2 for Steve and oh no, racket 3 for Steve, yeah. Racket 2 for Zach.
30-all. The first chase is better than the second gallery.
trouble.
Yeah, too many options for
40
Steve there.
chase better than the first gallery.
There's a right pattern there, in fact. He's got a tight route rose. He's got a manageable return.
Yeah, he'd set himself up
Looking for the
nicely.
hazards, yeah. It does look like he's struggling a little on the movement, I'd say.
It's the last gallery.
I think he's had a bit taken out of him by previous round.
Potentially,
Maybe
yeah,
a niggle,
that's
little niggle from
2 days ago, so
yeah.
a full day to recover, but he did have a pretty epic 3.5 out of 5 setter, so it's definitely going to take its toll.
She chases. Last gallery and chase 2.
Yeah, very difficult length from Steve there. Just catching the floor first for some heavy cut.
What do you think of this commentary position compared to the West Court?
Yeah, I enjoy this one more. Much easier to see what's going on.
We can judge Ben's chase calling from here a
Exactly.
little bit better as well.
Only problem is get told off being
No
too
strength
noisy.
chase the last gallery.
Well out.
Love chase 2. $15 all.
Yeah, good finish.
30.
That's nice. Yes, he's found a very good length on that sidewall railroad at the moment.
Yeah, he
So-
doesn't seem to be too worried with Zach's volley return off that. Able to retrieve the cut volleys, and the forces haven't been overly accurate. So
I think that one where it rolls a bit longer and Zach can take it off the back, he looks much more comfortable. Whereas when it's hitting sidewall, dropping down short, he's stepping into
yeah,
to volley those. But it's a tough shot to keep down, as we can see. There you go.
yeah. I think he was getting more fortune when he was cut volleying those into
Mm.
Steve's backhand corner. But again, difficult to control.
I mean, that's the shot that Rob hit when Camden was hitting the exact serve back in 2018. But it's a tough one to consistently hit the dead on.
Yeah, it is.
One the chase. 40 chase worse than 2.
Not much you can do to defend that one.
Yeah,
One the chase.
a lot of options again for
And
Steve
looks
there.
like Zach has retired.
Steve Virgona wins.
That's a shame. Yeah, it did look like Zach was struggling up with the right leg, which is a shame because he'd been playing yeah, really fantastically actually across the last few matches.
Well played to both players. Unfortunate ending. But yeah, that does see Steve into the quarterfinals.
Looking very solid. Hard to tell off a slightly shortened match, but yeah, looking sharp.
Steve's obviously the side of the draw of Camden.
Battle of the lefties.
So yeah, looking to be a Virgona Riviere quarter-final.
There you go, yeah. 49 serve to 27. Steve was very much camped up the serving end. Outshot on dead-ons, probably slightly as a result of that.
Yeah,
But
Zach was down that receiving end most of the time, so.
Impressive average chase length there for Steve of 2.
That is
That's
impressive.
that's quite a
Don't
that's
see
quite
that all
something.
that often, do you? Yeah. Chase 2, wow.
But anyway, a slightly shortened first match of the day on the East Court. But Steve Virgona goes through with a Zach Eadle retirement.